down here in front of us as Owen Morrissey gets us underway, and it's Jack McCarthy up against Mark O'Connor straight away from the throw-in. O'Connor, the man from Geelong Cats. O'Lunig trying to get up the field again, half blocked by Dylan Ganey, and it's a turnover. Dylan Ganey has it in his possession again from Dingle. He goes long, looking for his brother inside. That's Connor. Connor's up against Moss. Connor now, chance of a score! He rockets it straight into the net. Connor Ganey went straight for the juggler, could have tapped over, an easy point. Owen Ryan, what do you make of that? That's a big score for Connor Ganey. Watch it here on the replay.
As I said, the Ganey to Ganey.
Free roll where he loves. Tom could look for the shot here. No, he doesn't. Instead, he pops it off to Dylan Ganey. Dylan Ganey back to Niall Ganey. Niall Ganey shoots for the score. Niall Ganey sends that one over the bar. Connor Ganey with a goal, and Niall Ganey with Dingle's first point.
Yeah, again, Ganey to Ganey, different combinations this time, but resulted in a score as well. Tom O'Sullivan looked like he could have taken the shot from there.
Tom O'Sullivan again pops it off to Niall Ganey. Niall Ganey's going to try 45 metres out, looking for the 2-pointer. Niall Ganey sends that over the bar. He really was given a bit too much space on.
Yeah, look, with the breeze, the scoring zone has increased, so it's probably out to beyond the 45. It started with the kick out. I think Dingle are going to have dominance with the breeze and their another Dingle attacker.
Again, yeah, looking for Connor and on to Niall. Niall Ganey seems to have a free roll at the moment, and Niall Ganey is really making it pay. That's his fourth point already.
Yeah, 2-pointer and 2 ones. If it's not Paul, it's Niall or Connor or Dylan, so... it's hard to mark all 4, I suppose, but it's
for you, Watsy, that goes over his head. That's elementary giveaway from a Munget perspective. They could be punished here. Connor Ganey to Matthew Flaherty. Matthew Flaherty's going to send that over the bar. You cannot be making those elementary errors.
Yeah, definitely not in your own half, or definitely not around your own 45. Teams of the calibre of Dingle are going to punish you if you get turnovers that high up the pitch. But again, sloppy enough from Dingle. Ball handling and scoring zones has been poor enough in the last few minutes, but... Again,
poor kick out this time. Niall Ganey again. And Tom O'Sullivan. Tom O'Sullivan's looking for the penetrative pass all the way inside. Popped off to Paul Ganey by Dylan Ganey. And that's Paul Ganey's first score.
Yeah, Paul took a bit of time to settle into the game. I see he's sporting the orange boots similar to his brother, maybe like the All Blacks. But maybe of all the Ganey sporting them, I think they've contributed for all bar 1 score. Is that correct?
Matthew Flaherty's point. Paul Ganey just got that hand pass wrong in the conditions.
Turnover
again. Here's Paul Ganey and here's Tom O'Sullivan. Will he make the right option this time? I think he will. Tom O'Sullivan puts that over the bar, but again, just Munget cannot afford those turnovers.
Yeah, it's the turnover high up the pitch I think is causing them the most trouble. Tom took probably the wise opportunity or option there that time. If he maybe put the other ball in the back of the net, he might have thought differently, but I think the point was probably the best option. To be honest, it was a Dingle free, and the Dingle man looked like he handed it back to John Hutton. I'm not sure there. I thought it was, but anyway, Dingle on the attack again.
Here's Tyke De Bruyne trying to get away from Robert Hegarty. De Bruyne now with that low ball inside to Connor Ganey, trying to take on Connor O'Lunig. Has he too much power for O'Lunig? Connor Ganey sends that one in and over the bar. I think it is Connor Ganey just off his right boot. They wanted one more chance, Owen, and just a bit too physically strong for the young player O'Lunig.
Yeah, took him along the in-line again, showed his power, showed his pace. Probably took a couple of too many steps in the end, but he was fouled in the interim. Was going for goal, took his
Pauls are digging in as referee Owen Morrissey blows the half-time whistle to bring the first half to an end. Dingle won 8 as well today. They're playing against Listowel Emmets in the North Kerry Championship semi-final in Brosna, trying to win that for the very first time. Now, Barry added to the casualty list at half-time. You really need everything to go your way, especially with the breeze and with scoreable free opportunities. Now, from Dingle, it's Mark O'Connor to Connor Ganey. Connor Ganey will look to curl off that left boot. Trusty left boot, indeed it is, from Connor Ganey. That's the difference.
Yeah, look, classy forwards, both feet. I don't think it really matters if they just have enough time in scoring zones to get a sight at the post at all. It's just, I wouldn't say formality, but...
There's a load of space. Dylan leaves it for Niall. Niall pops it back into Dylan. Dylan goes across. Chance of a goal with Connor. He gets his second goal. Indeed he does. Connor Ganey from point blank range. All the approach work done by Dylan and by Niall Ganey.
Yeah, again, we'll look at the highlight here. Took all the right options. Thought he'd palm it to the net, but just sent the keeper to the ground and back of the net. Again, they look out under pressure again.
Yeah, under pressure, and the ball breaks to Dylan Ganey.
Right,
Dylan Ganey to Tom O'Sullivan. He'll punch a point here, indeed he will. Tom O'Sullivan taps that one over the bar. Dingle are now moving out of sight at 2:11 to no score.
Yeah, Dingle management will be a little bit happier. They've 1-3 clocked up in 10 minutes. Breeze or no breeze, they've good forwards, or even cornerbacks for that matter. Tom O'Sullivan could have gone for goal in that occasion.
The 47th minute, Luke Walsh was fouled, and I think it is Tom Lloyd. You're spot on there, Owen. Up from the wing-back position. Tom Lloyd sends that one over the bar. That brings one of the biggest cheers of this one. Indeed, he can.
Said took the freeze for the Limerick 20s. John Hutton's off the pitch now anyway, so he's looked very comfortable over the bar. 2 frees, 1 left, 1 right.
Brian Barry, Brendan Gilton, and those players on their recoveries from injury as the final whistle is blown.